Welcome to SGL Spiritual Guiding Light. I hope all is well. If you are feeling discouraged, this message is for you. We're going to look into this messages and why you're discouraged, and let's see what resolution we can come up with within the channeled messages that come through, with the extension of the message that come in with the Oracle and Tarot. Virgo, Cancer, my earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, welcome and welcome back. My fire signs, Leo, Aries, and Sagittarius, welcome and welcome back. My water signs, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, welcome and welcome back. I feel like we're missing an element. We said earth, water, fire. Air signs, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, welcome and welcome back. May you find the clarity, confirmation, and understanding that you seek or need. Bear with me. I'm going to take my time with this session. If you are feeling discouraged, this is for you. We will look into what is going on, okay? We are going to look into what is going on. Let me get some lotion so that I can lotion my hands, okay? Just one moment. I will not be before you long, okay? Time is of the essence, but I hope that you are okay with me showing up for you today. Announcements are in the community section. They will be in the community section moving forward. So anything that you want to know what's going on, any updates, anything like that, go to the community section and you will find your answer there, as well as be informed about what's going on for the week. All right. So if there is nothing there, there's no changes. Everything is still the same. All right. Most High, thank you so much for blessing me with the gift of intuition. As an intuitive reader, allow this reading to bring clarity, confirmation, and understanding for the collective earth, air, fire, and water signs. Thank you. I ask you, Most High, to use me in your will to be the best version that I can be in this reading. I ask that you give me the words that make sense to the viewer. Thank you. All right, let me make sure all these cards are upright and we will start the session. If you are new to the SGL Tarot channel here on YouTube, welcome. As you can see, this is still a fairly new channel, so make sure that you subscribe so that you can be a part of the success and growth of the channel. Also, if you don't resonate here on YouTube, we do have an SGL Tarot Podcast. There you will find a collective of your individual zodiac sign, collective readings, and your next 72s. All right. And I love the SGL Tarot Podcast because it's straight to the point. So if you're needing a straight shooter, SGL Tarot Podcast is the place for you. I promise. That's where I can literally say guarantee. All right. So let's go ahead and see if you are feeling discouraged. Okay. What is the message for my collective earth, air, fire, and water signs? Give me a transcendence message, please. that song I'm hearing? You are not alone. I am here with you. Though you're far apart, you're always in my heart. You are not alone. All right. You have forge good habits. Okay, that's a very straightforward when it comes to your transcendence messages. Your first transcendence message: forge good habits. Um, and this is telling me, collective, that what is deemed as a good habit, it might to you might you know how you're forced to do something that you don't want to do, but it's something that will help you recover and especially add on to your growth. um for some of you, you're not ready to even operate in your feminine energy. It's kind of like, even if you just hear feminine energy, it's like, ugh, here we go again. And it's not that. These good habits are connected with feminine energy. So, in order for you to recover and grow um, in your circumstance or situation, you are going to have to attach yourself to feminine energy. It is not saying act like a female, it's saying be willing to be open in creating new habits, a new routine that is good for you. Now, when it comes to forging, it's kind of like you may feel uncomfortable because you may adapt to a type of routine that's someone else's routine. So, for some, it's like finding a mentor, viewer, and you may find yourself operating like your mentor. A mentor is someone that you could look up to, someone that inspires you, someone that motivates you, and however how they operate, the things that they do on a daily basis, you may find yourself um, mirroring your mentor. And this forging, it's kind of like you're needing an example. So it's like your mentor hasn't signed on the dotted line and said they approve. So this will be someone that you don't know. It doesn't feel like it's someone close to you or whatever. But if it is someone that you know that you are mirroring their habits, it's um, don't worry about the outside noise. My focus is that you're good, and that whatever you do on a daily basis, that is a habit. Okay, getting coffee every day is a habit. Looking in the mirror is a habit. As long as your good daily routine good or good habits, it's good. So we learn from each other. And I know this may sound difficult, and I don't want to sound like a broken record, but this forge habits, we mirror each other. And a lot of people don't want to accept that we mirror each other. And that's what I want to work on. I don't want to just sit here and communicate because it's outside of myself. So what I'm channeling overall with this forge good habit is that some of you are not willing to attach yourself to feminine energy because you're biased and you think that feminine energy has to do with acting like a female. It does not. Okay, let me explain it to you. Let me see what Google says. Excuse me, my grandbabies are acting up. Okay. Um, feminine feminine energy versus female energy. One is a gender and feminine, divine. I'm not going to say divine. Feminine energy versus female energy are two different things. Female is a gender. Feminine energy is nurturing. Okay, it is essence. It is a tool. Okay, why a gender is identification of your male or female. All right. But anywho, it could be very contradicting. Um, let's see. It says, oh, there's 4 types of feminine energy. Let me see. What 4 types of feminine energy? And I won't be before you long. Maiden, the wild woman, the nurturer, and the wise woman. So there's 4 types of feminine energy. The maiden, I'm gonna look into this. The wild woman, the nurturer, and the wise woman. Okay. So these are character builders. So feminine energy is a character builder as well. All right. So you have 4 good habits here. I'm gonna look into that. The 4 main feminine archetypes. This came in reverse. What's making you feel connected to the world around you? It came in reverse, and you're not. So that you can feel connected again, so you can be happy again, so that you can operate in the sun energy, right? And once you start operating in the sun energy, that's how you know you have growth, and that's how you know you're recovering or have recovered. Is starting to force yourself. You don't need no one's permission to start good habits. Don't work. Listen, we learn from each other. All right. If you are a seer, sometimes some of us, we learn by seeing compared to someone showing us how. So some of you, you're going to realize that you're going to learn by seeing what someone else does, and you're going to incorporate those good habits in your life. All right. If you have time, your assignment is to look up what are some examples of good habits that I can implement in my life. What are some daily good habits that I can use through the week to keep me sustained and balanced? Okay. Let's go ahead and see what else comes out for transcendence messages. So for viewer, I'm going to continue to do spreads. So for for those of you in the collective, if you don't feel connected to the world, that is because you are discouraged, because you are not conducting any good habits. Are you, it's kind of like, what do I do next? What do I do? You know, you're needing that spark again. You're needing that umph, you're needing something new. All right. Just understand, for those of you who operate and you're always having new connections, you don't deal with the same connection all the time. Just be blunt, because I'm talking to the collective where you make new connections with people and they're under the impression that the connection may be long term. You want to be very blunt in front that you are a people person, and you could be there for a season, and you could be there for 24 hours, because it just feels like you could be a person that you just always need something new. You know what I mean? People, places, or things. And so it's like once you're satisfied, you move on to the next. And I'm not blasting anyone out. It's just when you are creating your connections, you need to be upfront with your intentions, because I don't want you to build up bad karma. Okay. All right. Invest, established. For those of you who are discouraged, in order for you to feel established or to maintain being established, you must invest. All right. Investing in yourself is very important. Okay. For others of you, if you are investing in yourself, then you need to invest in whatever it is that you're trying to establish. That's why you're discouraged, is because you're cheap. You don't want to. You don't want to. You don't want to even. You don't even want to give up a penny. So in order for something to be established, to be set in stone, you have to invest. Give me one more transcendence message. Reality. Okay. You need to be present. For some of you, you are accomplished. All right. But you're not accepting it. You need to talk nice to yourself. Okay. Stop putting yourself down and acknowledge what you have accomplished this far. Okay. If you're able to get up and walk around, be like, I have the capabilities of my limbs, and I'm able to function, right? It's the simple things is what I'm seeing here. For others of you, this bankrupt could literally be, the lack of funds, or this could literally be a tower moment in your life. All right. More dedicated to scarcity, more dedicated to um, you're needing. It's kind of like, how, and we're going to move on. How if issues always arise, or if you feel like nothing ever goes good in your life, you're always expecting the worst to happen. So what you're being asked to do is be present, be grateful for the simple things, and stop manifesting these tower moments. Others of you, you know uh if you don't take it easy, it just feels like it all will fall down, right? Because you're not in your right mind. Don't allow discouragement to cause you to act like a fool. All right. We are on a fool's journey, but the fool's journey is supposed to be an adventure, right? There is ups and downs, but those ups and downs are lessons that we learn from one another. It is not to create a lesson into someone's life to tear them down. It's to, as we meet people and as we grow with people, it's supposed to be character building and building each other up. You get what I'm saying? So I want you, collective, to be sustained in your world and be mindful of who you allow merge into your world. Even though it's out of our control when we can see other people's worlds outside of our own, and they try to forge themselves into our world by unhealthy behavior. Okay. What is the advice? Where is the words of advice for those spreads? Words of advice. All right. Gratitude. All right. Despite of operate in gratitude. Okay. All right. So those were transcendence messages. Now let's go ahead and look at some healing messages on why you're feeling discouraged. What are some healing messages for my collective earth, air, fire, and water signs in regards to why they are feeling discouraged, please? Let me shuffle these up just a little bit more. Hold on. My apologies. I'm popping my gum. Popping my gum. I'm hungry, so I'm chewing gum to prevent me from wanting to eat. But I need to eat something. I just haven't decided on what it is I'm going to eat. All right. Healing messages, the healer, and what you don't see. Okay. Okay. You are strong. Okay. And the battle is not yours. Okay. And it looks like you've given up. And what you don't see is that you can fix the situation. You don't need anyone to make you feel better. You have everything that you need to for restoration. Okay. But when you're low vibrating, or when you're not in a happy space, viewer, when you're feeling discouraged, you're not thinking clearly. Okay. So don't become your own enemy. All right. Um, I don't see you devouring yourself. You may have multiple personalities, and I'm not diagnosing anyone. It's just you need to calm the storm, and you have control to tell the water to be still. All right. Because if you don't, it's like you are going to drown yourself in your own emotions. And when you drown yourself in your own emotions, you're not able to breathe. Okay. If you are expecting, or if you are pregnant, you have to be mindful of the energies that you're depositing in your belly. Okay. Also, for those of you collective, I'm getting 15% of you, so that you can stop being discouraged. Stop making promises that you can't keep. Make promises that you can keep. And this is healing message for self. Okay. Some of you need to get a good cry out and you'll be all right. Others of you, you may need to detox. But whatever you're currently thinking, it's not good. The flame is in reverse. Stop thinking about a lover. Okay, it's a wrap. It's over. All right. Hold on. The in the eternal child is in reverse. The seed, the riddle, the father, and this, the starborn, and the sustainer. Did someone tell you that you can never have better? It's giving me like someone told you that you'll never find better, or as if some of you, I'm going to stick to that. For some of you, someone told you you'll never find better. You fill in the blank if this is family or someone you were romantically dealing with. Whoever they can't have children. If it's a male, they are, what is it called? Low sperm count. It's called something. If it is a female, someone is scorned because they can't have children, male or female, both sides. Someone is trying to find what does this have to do with healing messages? Someone is trying to find someone to impregnate, to entrap them. That I'm just throwing that out there because I see the message here, but that's not what I want to talk about. I want to talk about why you're feeling discouraged so that you can heal that. And I see stop making promises that you can't keep. Make small promises that you can keep and build from there. Now, this past thing, you can allow it to mold you, or you can continue to live in the past. It's kind of like if you are living in the past and trying to be in the present at the same time, you know how do I say this? You know how people can break up and a person is only operating to show their ex that they're doing better or that they can do better. If you're operating like this, you're going to resent whatever good moments that you have, because you're going to look around for the person that you are basically competing to get to show that what is it that you can do better. Dun, 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 dun. I don't know. I really don't know what this is. What is the word of advice for this spread? Some of you just need energy again. You just need a good rest, rest on it and then start again. Trust. So the advice for this spread is that you need to accept your inner voice and that it will guide you correctly. But you're discouraged because you keep making promises that you can't keep. So if you make promises, small promises that you can keep, you'll see the results differently than being discouraged of letting your own self down. So you're being asked to work on your trust, and being able to establish trust with self again is about making promises that you can keep. Okay. So if it's, you're going to wake up at a certain time, make sure it's a time that is, you know, appropriate to where you know that you're going to be able to do it. Don't sit there and say, oh, I'm going to wake up at 3 in the morning. No, you ain't going to wake up at 3 in the morning. Make promises that you can keep, small ones, so you can build that trust again. Is that gratitude coming in reverse? It looks like it. It is. All right. So the reason why some of you guys are discouraged in the collective is because you're just not happy. You're not a happy camper. Okay. You're looking for that spark again. And that flame was like this. All right. You have to be open. Okay. If you're waiting for someone to come light your candle, it doesn't happen quite often. Okay. So you're going to need to what is this? Why is the viewer not in gratitude? Why? Because you're discouraged, but I want to know more. The King of Wands. Okay, someone is there's someone in the background that is the contributor to why you're discouraged in the world. Don't worry about them anymore. They're facing karma as we speak even now. And just because you can't see it doesn't mean it's not happening. Okay. So you have the King of Wands, the world, and the answer. This is why I said just because you can't see it, it's happening. Okay. And then you have the Ace of Wands. All right. So I'll just say through the storm, right? You need to practice gratitude. Okay. And it's going to make you stronger. Please trust me on this one. All right. It says, I am aware of the light in my life. I direct my thoughts to the beauty in and around me. I give thanks to God for every little thing that brings me joy. Thus, I enlighten my thoughts. Riches surround me, and I appreciate all that life brings me. Beautiful. All right. That was your I am message. All right. Let me pull one more spread. All right. What is going on with my collective on why they're feeling discouraged, please? I got you, viewer. I'm here. Even if I don't have your channel message, just show up. You're not required. You're not obligated. But guess what? I'm here. You just know that I'm here. I'm here. Okay. If it's one good person, you just know SGL knows. SGL got my back. Yeah, you're right. I do. I'm that support person. Yes, I am. So happy, trying to force happiness. It says embrace the loving connection and be happy. You have to be happy with yourself. Be softer, be kinder to yourself. Okay. All right. Okay. Anything else? Let's go ahead and see one more. Outcome message. Outcome message. Outcome message is choose a new direction. Because what your position in life is currently, your circumstance, situation, involvement, doings, your relationship with self, it's time to change it up. It's time, because what's current, it ain't working. It's too heavy for you. It's. I don't want you to feel discouraged. Who wants to be discouraged? It doesn't feel good. It's irritating too. So I send you hope, viewer, when it comes to this new direction on going about things. And remember your transcendence message, it had to do with forging good habits. Okay. It's not because you don't want to, you have to. I love you. Don't forget love is kind. Don't forget love is gentle. Until we meet again.